Doing what if Naruto was Kisuke Urahara's reincarnation part 2, basically. Like, this is the part 2 to that series. And I left off with, like, the first part being, like, the backstory, with Naruto being around 17 or 18 years old, and Mito, his little sister, being around 12. So, in this part, we're mostly, not mostly, like, 25%, we're in Team 7's perspective. So, Team 7's perspective, they are at the land of the waves, fighting Zabuza for the first time, with Kakashi still getting trapped in the water prison, with Sasuke and Mito basically finding a opening to free Kakashi. But this time, Mito does not do the same trick that Naruto and Kanon did. She basically just throws a kunai and teleports to, like, why am I saying throw a kunai? My bad. She would use the first dance of Sodeno Shurioki Tsukishiro, I think it's called, and make it where the ice would appear under Zabuza's feet, making him move out the way. After this, Kakashi would pop out and basically do, like, team hits, like team collabs, basically with Sasuke and Sakura. Basically, like, Kakashi would punch one, and then Sasuke would just do like a combo after that, just like a really communicated team combo right there. Right, basically a communicated team combo. So after this, Sabuza would be pretty pressed in it, like in a 3v1 situation right now. So after this, like when he's getting pressed, basically, like it would be too much for him. So Haku would basically have to do the fake his death technically, and not technically, but fake his death and retreat by throwing 3 senbons into his neck, quote unquote, killing him. Kakashi would still have that same dialogue with the masked man or Haku, and still try to check his pulse. But since Haku threw the senbon in specific areas, it made it look like he stopped breathing. So that pulse check with the 2 fingers to their neck wouldn't work. It would make it feel like they're dead. After this, Haku would take Zabuza away, and the rest of Team 7 would head back to Tabuza's house where they would start their training with basically, not Sakura, my bad, Sakura and Sasuke training with Kakashi, and Mito training with her Zanpakuto Sodeno Shirayuki. Now we switch back to Naruto's perspective. He was working on his inventions, which he had shared with the Akatsuki, kind of like the Ryatsu concealing cloak, and just in general has been training to make Orkido to seal a certain person. You guys are wondering, who are they sealing? Well, they're sealing some opponent coming up soon, which Naruto has been preparing for a while. Naruto and Itachi would be given a mission to go kidnap the 5-tailed Jinchuriki Han from the Stone Village. They would basically head to the Stone Village using the Ryatsu concealing cloaks, with Pain like allowing them not to wear the Akatsuki cloak since it would be necessary for them to just wear the Ryatsu concealing cloak. Kind of like a blackish cloak with a hood over it, and like a clover symbol, I think. I might be tripping though. But after that, they would head to the Stone Village with a portal, teleportation type portal, kind of like the portable, not portable, but like a artificial Garganta. They would head into the Garganta and come out of the other side, basically being right outside the Stone Village with them not really bypassing or alerting the chakra field, which sends people that are foreign. Since they have the Ryatsu concealing cloak or the chakra concealing cloak in this part of the fanfic, or maybe like a both-ish, they would be able to sneak in undetected. After this, Naruto would basically uh, flash step. Oh, my bad there. Naruto would basically flash step to Han's house. I think that's his name, or like not his house, but like where he resides in. And he would see Han basically training, and he would appear behind Han and use a Keto, the sleeping Keto, or he put like two fingers to their forehead and they fall asleep, and he would quickly pick up Han and teleport or flash step to Itachi, and he would open up the Garganta and they would walk back in. After this mission, they would basically seal or extract the 5 tails, so that means they had 6 more tails before their plan can be enacted. Naruto would then feel a very high presence, like after so what would happen is he'd basically be chilling for the week, and later on he'd feel like this heavy Ryatsu, but it wouldn't affect him. But to the normal person, it would they could definitely feel that. But to Naruto, it was like a light. He would then feel it from the land of the waves, and he'd basically use a Garganta or like a teleportal basically, and head there. He would then see Haku basically having thrown the Senbone in front of at Sasuke. Let's see so many Senbones up his ass basically, and basically not basically, but Mito would be on the rampage with the 9 tails, and basically Sudden Shirayuki, trying to calm down the 9 tails, but I mean, it's working, but there has to be a time interval before it just completely calms down. You know. So Naruto would then appear behind Haku and basically slit her throat. I mean, no mercy, as they would say, or an eye for an eye. After this, Naruto would then really very quickly send a Scream Benehime. It's a kind of like a red type Getsuga Tensho at Zabuza, basically slicing the man's in half before he completely disappeared. Broski came and left in 2 seconds. After this, Kakashi would be pretty confused by the person who attacked, but he knew it was Naruto since he could see that red Getsuga, and you remember that from when Naruto was his subordinate in the Anbu. But now he's a quote-unquote traitor. He was pretty scared now, since he did literally kill the Uchiha clan with Itachi. So they're like SS rank, double S ranked criminals in the bingo book. After this, Naruto would basically he would sense Gato himself, and he would head over there and basically ambush them. And when you get there, they'd be pretty surprised and do a classic anime scream before charging at him. But Naruto would quickly and elegantly slice their heads off before basically robbing the vault of money that Gato has left behind, I guess. So after Naruto would do this, he would then proceed to just head out. He has nothing there to do. It's not very there's not much research to do for a scientific mind. There isn't much to do there. So he just heads out. After this, Naruto and the whole Naruto verse, we're just gonna do a time skip right now of around 1 month when Naruto would be around the fort, he'd be outside the Leaf Village since he had to go talk with Hiruzen since Hiruzen sent him a letter, since he gave Hiruzen a way to contact him before he left, right before he left the village, with Itachi telling him that he had no choice but to kill the clan. That part, telling him to protect Sasuke, Naruto was there as well, and kind of gave Hiruzen a way to communicate with him, so it wasn't just a one-way conversation. After this, Naruto would flash step to the Hokage's office and knock on the door, basically, with the Ryatsu concealing cloak. Hiruzen would basically say, "Come in," and basically tell his workers, but not his workers, his personal Anbu to head out before Naruto came and basically told people he'd be busy, so they wouldn't just walk in and see Naruto, double S rank ninja, talking with the Hokage. They might have some thoughts of him trying to assassinate the Hokage or something like that. After this, Hiruzen would tell Naruto about how Mito's training's been going since he had some slight overseeing of the training, and you tell him how Danzo is doing since Naruto has been creating a plan for Danzo specifically, which you'll probably see later down this episode. So he was going to tell Naruto that Danzo is going to get a hand, and he has been not really hiding his greed. He's been suppressing his greed less and less for the Sharingan. So Naruto would understand, and he'd basically tell him that in 1 month, like finals of the tuning exams, like to watch out for Orochimaru and Danzo since they will be attacking. Since this time Orochimaru is not the only one attacking in this, so Danzo will be attacking, not attacking, but like secretly though, like he won't be out in the open fighting Hiruzen or anything. It's just like a warning, pretty much, that Orochimaru has Danzo's support in general, since they both want Sharingan in general. After this, Naruto would say his goodbyes to Hiruzen before heading out, and this is what we be doing around a time skip all the way to the finals of the Chunin exams, when Naruto and Itachi will be heading out on a quote-unquote mission after their 1 month of just basically getting bounties. Naruto would tell Itachi to come with him in the Arkansas since they have a special mission to deal with someone. What Naruto would basically do is they would head to the Leaf Village and basically try to be defense for the village against the Konoha Crush, but they'll try to be discreet as possible. Naruto would tell him to tell Itachi to go kill Danzo, or try to not apprehend him, but like try to put him down. And Naruto would head towards the Hokage's tower, not Hokage's tower, but where Orochimaru's attacked. Naruto would quickly just jump in, bro. He would flash stab inside the barrier, shattering it, and he would basically, like, for 2 seconds, he would use his Bankai to reconstruct Orochimaru's body to, like, dust. Since he does have the body, not the body, the ability to do that, since his Bankai is reconstructing reality, and his Zanbanto itself literally manipulates reality. After this, Orochimaru would be dead, and Naruto would quickly dip out of there. And we'll go right now to Itachi's perspective, where he'll not finish folding, but he'll like put Danzo to his like max power. He would have used so many Isanagis before, and since Naruto was there with his inventions, he had to figure out a way for Kakashi, for Itachi to like further learn his abilities to the maximum potential. And Naruto would create the Hokyoku since it was Naruto that created the Hokyoku, and he would still fuse with it. And it's not gonna be the same power as like Aizen's Hokyoku, but it's still gonna be around half the power. And Naruto wouldn't really use the power since Naruto has like a straight polar opposite to Aizen's behavior when it comes to dealing with problems or just dealing with life in general. Itachi would then see like a beam of red light come from Danzo's body before spikes of red would basically start stabbing Danzo, basically starting to seal him. After this, Danzo would basically yell out, have a mental breakdown about like all he wanted to do is protect the village, but Kisuke and Naruto would pull up and tell him that this is it, this is the end, and that all the Sharingan that he was using rejected him, and now he's feeling it, and the Hashirama cells are starting to like really rebel against his body cells in general, or just his body, and he's starting to be sealed like that. The removal, the Hashirama cells being put down to like 0 in power level would weaken Danzo enough to be sealed, similar to how Aizen was sealed. Danzo would say that curse you, and why do you protect that thing? And this time they're not talking about the Soul King. They're talking about like the Hokage himself, since Danzo has really a rooted hatred for heroes in it, the Nine Tails, like that noises for that thing and that old man basically. So the thing he means is Mito, and the old man is not Hiruzen. Sorry about the misunderstanding there. Naruto would tell him that Mito is literally the key to living. Like like I said, as Minato perceived, she's the child of prophecy. She's not like she's basically Naruto canon when it comes to like child of prophecy and heritage pretty much. So and he'd say without someone like Mito, the world would fall apart. Danzo would say that well, the victor shouldn't choose how the world is, like shouldn't keep how the world is. Rather, it should change to how he wants it. Because he's a victor, quote unquote. Before Naruto was straight up just sealed. I know I'm not very good with the bleach quotes here, but hey, bro, I'm trying. After this, Naruto would quickly pick up the seal and basically like put it into a scroll and like hide the scroll in like in his shop, obviously, which nobody still has found that shop. It's like really only he can find it, or anyone he brings along with him, or anyone he knows, like personal friends, like Shisui and Itachi. Only those people know, and maybe like Mito like later on, but that was like later on, so she only just realized or just found out. After this, Naruto would basically leave some scrolls for inventions, basically for Mito to learn, and Tachi would kind of like not do the same, but um, he would ask Naruto to remove the curse mark from Sasuke's neck, which Naruto would gladly do. And don't even ask how Naruto would do it. He would just like zoom, bro. Broski's like so fast when it comes to flash stepping. I mean, if Kisuke was the same speed, if not faster than Yoruichi, the goddess of Flash, quote unquote, but she's not even the fastest at Shimpo. It's probably Aizen or Ichigo or Kiraku. Or like one of the Squad Zero members. Like, I don't know why she calls herself the goddess of the Flash, even though she's like not the fastest. But let's not get off topic. After this, Naruto would quickly seal the curse mark since he doesn't really want an evil Sasuke. Since he already has to deal with a quote-unquote evil Itachi, he doesn't want to deal with two of the brothers being evil, since that is just a drag. Oh no, wait, this is not Shikamaru. What if this is Urahara? My bad there. Nah, I just had to put a joke. But other than that, Orochimaru would be dead. Danzo would be sealed. So not most of the problems, but like 40% of the problems would be erased. Mito and Jiraiya would still go and get Tsunade, and without Orochimaru there to stop them, they would kind of convince her easily, or they would have an easier time at doing so. So Tsunade would still become the fifth Hokage, and Mito would go under a 3-year time skip, with Naruto doing the same. And yeah, this is where I'll be leaving off. I know it's like a short what if, and I didn't really go over that much stuff. I'm trying to have a series where it's just not 3 parts. I want to have like more detail when I talk about what ifs. But other than that, I'm trying to have more uploads, so I'm gonna upload tomorrow. So like upload this video. I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow, so it's Friday right now, so you guys should be seeing this video on Saturday. So other than that, peace out, guys.